What's up, everybody? My name's Steven. This is the last episode of Games Are Hard for the year 2016. Yay!
You scared me, but it's the last episode forever. Thanks, guys.
I'm joined again
Bye.
by the best beard in the whole business, Lucas Peters. Lucas, what's up? Welcome. Wake up.
Hello.
How's it you doing?
I'm doing good.
We're joined by Tori. We're joined by Yelena.
Hi.
And Roberto. Old habits die hard, is all I'll say there. I want to talk about some news. It's been a while. We said we were going to record every 2 weeks. We messed up. Turns out
exams are hard.
A lot of stuff happens in school,
Exams
especially in December.
Exams
So, there's a bunch of news I want to catch up with. So we're going to kind of I want to fire through this. If there's something you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
First week of December, there were two big things. There was the Game Awards and there was PlayStation Experience. A bunch of stuff got announced.
Mm-hmm.
First up, the Game Awards. Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy game got announced. What do you think, Lucas?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yelena, you're a big fan.
Well, I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't actually played any Telltale games.
Haven't played a Telltale game.
Yeah.
You've watched Telltale games, though.
I have. Yes, I have watched walkthroughs.
Do you think the Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy game is going to have the best soundtrack of any Telltale game?
Yeah, I'm very excited for the soundtrack
I
because...
think all of us are.
Yeah.
Especially
it's
Robert.
good songs. Good
Robert
songs.
loves Guardians of the Galaxy.
Especially those soundtracks.
I mean, you know what? You probably would. I would say probably the soundtrack will be the only thing of that game I will enjoy. So.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Well.
Did you watch Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I'm
that's,
excited. Other
I
announcements
don't
from the
know.
Game Awards. They announced
I was supposed to give you a high five. I'm sorry.
a new trailer for Death Stranding
Oh, yeah.
with Guillermo del Toro in it.
And the other
There's a
one?
baby. There's the
And
guy from
Hannibal.
Hannibal. There's a bunch
Hannibal.
Mads Milkson?
Henrik Milkson.
No, Mads. That's his first
Mads.
name. I
The
know.
guy from Hannibal is playing. Sorry, off topic, but the guy from Hannibal is playing the new Star Wars movie, the main girl's dad, and I'm
Yeah,
like, do you
that's
know
also
that your
awesome.
dad eats people? Anyway, sorry, that was really off topic, but I was in the movies, I was like, your dad eats people. That's not
I'm
okay.
also excited for Rogue One. I'm gonna see that tomorrow.
What? What are you seeing tomorrow?
Oh.
Yeah, good stuff. They also announced the remaster of Bulletstorm. Gearbox, the makers of Borderlands, have announced they're getting into publishing games, and the first game they're publishing is Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Bulletstorm was a first-person shooter. Tried something new. It starred this white guy with some stubble who had a jaded past. His parents died or whatever, and he goes around and kills a bunch of stuff. It was really the first game of its kind to do that. You
Oh,
know?
yeah,
It's
definitely,
the
for sure.
first
God dang.
first-person shooter to have crude humor, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, grappling hook and skill shots. I know because I played the game.
Bulletstorm was whatever, and the whole thing with Gearbox Publishing is that you can play the whole campaign as Duke Nukem. If you were upset or unsatisfied with the first dude bro white guy, you can now play as Duke Nukem. So,
he is
mixing it up a
the
bit.
dude bro white guy.
The dude bro white guy. He came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and he's all out of gum. They also announced
Yeah, I've seen the meme more than I've seen that.
Oh,
That's not what the
God.
meme says.
that I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. There's a new Rocket League map that's out now. Yay. They showed the first gameplay trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, this trailer was something else. People were losing their minds about this trailer. It was one of the most watched videos from the Game Awards, and I think the big thing everyone was shocked about with this trailer is how different the user interface is for Mass Effect Andromeda compared to the original trilogy. They've stripped away so much, and it's so simple. And if you played Mass Effect 2 and 3, it got really cluttered everywhere. You had multiple people on your party you were controlling, different biotic abilities, weapons, where people are, your map, and your objectives. And it was a lot. And they really stripped all that out. And this new trailer, the gameplay looks incredible. My favorite thing in that trailer is one of the biotic abilities lets you teleport right up to an enemy and just take them out. And so the person playing was trapped in a bunch of enemies, and so it looked up at a sniper perch, teleported to the sniper, took the sniper out, took the sniper's gun, and then went back to where everyone else was. It's gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a good game.
Nice.
That's coming out March 2017, if the leaked release date from the art book is any indication. A new gameplay trailer for Breath of the Wild, which was probably the worst two old guys playing Zelda Let's Play I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
It was Jack Chen and some other guy from the treehouse sitting there.
You mean Bill Trennan?
Bill Trennan? Jack Trennan's the guy from Sony.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Bill Trinan and some other guy.
Anyway, they both sucked at it, and they both tried playing it, and it was like way longer than it needed to be, and they didn't even show anything that we hadn't really seen before, and it was kind of whatever. Are you excited for Breath of the Wild?
No, I don't really play Zelda.
Not really. What about you, Lucas?
I haven't played a Zelda game or finished one, but that'll probably be like the first one.
Did you see the trailer at the beginning of the Game Awards, like the showing off new ones?
Yeah,
I feel like that was better.
That was so much better.
They should have just done that because that Let's Play sucked so much.
They should have brought actual Let's Players.
They should have done something other than what they did, but they didn't. And I liked how they were playing it on the Wii U. Like, yeah, it's still coming to Wii U. And also, Amazon has discounted Breath of the Wild on Wii U from the Switch version. So it's cheaper on Wii U now, which, I don't know, if you're not going to get a Switch, it's like the last game you're probably going to get for your Wii U. It's a nice, hey, don't pay so much.
If you have a Wii U.
Yeah. Overwatch won Game of the Year.
Whoa.
Overwatch won twice throughout the they won 4 or 3 awards, but they won twice. And the first guy to come up to accept the speech was for best multiplayer game, and he thanked the Reddit community and everyone for making Harambe jokes. It was the worst acceptance speech I've ever seen.
Our Reddit is one of the most amazing Reddits there is. We love our Twitch audience. Keep them out for Harambe, always. That's right.
And then the guy who accepted the Game of the Year was a different guy, and he came up and he was like, we wanted to make a diverse cast of characters and people we were inspired to be, and Tracer and Zarya, and he kept going on. It was the best acceptance speech I've ever seen.
This game and the world that we're building has a message, and it's a message about heroism. It's a message about diversity. It's a message about a bright and positive and hopeful future. And these are all things that we really believe everyone needs a little bit of right now.
I just thought it interesting how they put this guy up to make Harambe jokes in December of 2016. Yay, Blizzard. And then they put this guy up to actually accept this Game of the Year, and he actually seemed to be cool. So I don't know. It was interesting. Overwatch is a big deal.
The speech was for the fans. It was to get the community riled up. Oh, did you see him? He made a Harambe joke on the show.
Ha!
Ha! I love that guy.
I gotta tell you, my favorite announcement from the Game Awards, though, was Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment, a prequel to Shovel Knight. And that's coming out next year.
Hold on, Steven. Is that a Shovel Knight t-shirt?
Oh, why, thank you. This is a Shovel Knight t-shirt.
No. Not sponsored, guys.
Not sponsored.
Games Are Hard is brought to you by Shovel Knight. So that trailer was awesome. You can look for our breakdown of that trailer on the site or on our YouTube channel. And also, they showed a gameplay trailer for Prey, the new game from Arcane Studios, hot off the heels of Dishonored 2. And this game, I tell you what, he's trying to get into this room, and it's a bank teller thing where there's only one small window, if that makes sense, and you gotta push stuff through there. So he goes into this options menu and looks at everything in the environment and transports himself into a mug, rolls the mug under the thing, and then transports back into a human. I'm like, what the hell is this game? Because up until this point, it had been pitched as this horror sci-fi, no one knows what's going on, psychological thriller. And then in this gameplay, he turns himself into a mug and hops across the counter and comes back. So the whole thing they were showing off there is matter is a big something to do with altering matter happened on this space station. So he has that ability, so he alters his physical form to different things, and that was the best thing I've ever seen. It was the music was tense, and he was going down this hallway with his gun, and there was stuff everywhere, and then he turns into a mug and rolls off the counter. Whatever. That was the Game Awards in a nutshell.
I mean, what's his face? Geoff Keighley. He made such a big deal about it.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. We get it. You have a crush on Kojima.
We get it. You're publishing his game.
Can we get back to the awards?
We get it. You're publishing his game or helping him publish it. Great. Next.
Yeah, the Game Awards was there were some awkward moments in the Game Awards. They had a live concert. They had rappers.
They had Ray.
They had Black Beatles, didn't they? That song.
Yeah.
Then they had Doom live music, which is heavy metal, and the guy's at the front of the crowd, with his tongue out, shredding a guitar, and we're like, this is weird.
It was something else.
There were some really dumb moments during the Game Awards, but a lot of cool announcements.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there was way too much marketing. It felt like a giant.
Well, they had to make money.
Well,
I know.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's kind of the idea.
That Saturday, after the Thursday of the Game Awards, was the PlayStation Experience, the third annual PlayStation Experience. This is PlayStation's fan convention where they had a conference much similar to E3 and arguably like bigger than E3. Like this conference was packed from beginning to end with just trailer. People were screaming. When Shuhei Yoshida came out on stage, people were chanting,
Shuhei Yoshida.
Thank you.
Like, it was the best conference I've ever seen in my life. And two big things I want to pull from this for everyone. Uncharted The Lost Legacy is a new DLC starring Chloe from Uncharted 2 and 3 and Nadine from Uncharted 4. And I want to draw it interesting because they're doing the same thing with this game they did with Left Behind, where the Left Behind DLC was standalone. You didn't need The Last of Us to play it. And it starred Ellie and Riley, two female protagonists, and it was just their story. The same thing they're doing for Uncharted 4. This is a standalone DLC starring Chloe and Nadine, and just two female characters doing their own story. And I think that's interesting how they don't do it in their main games. They wait for a smaller game, like this will be like $20 or $30, and that's where they try to explore those areas. So I think it's really interesting.
So it's not DLC, it's a game, right?
It's for all intents and purposes DLC you don't need the game for. They pitch it as a standalone DLC. So it's using the Uncharted 4 engine, everything that feels the same from Uncharted 4, but you don't need Uncharted 4 to run it.
So
it's
not
not
a
a sequel.
standalone title.
It's a smaller story, doesn't have
A
multiplayer.
spin-off?
It's a.
You could, I guess, for explanation purposes, it's a spin-off of Uncharted 4.
Okay.
But it's not a sequel. They're using everything, same assets from Uncharted 4.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So like new Super Luigi.
It's like new Super
Okay.
Luigi,
Yeah.
new levels, new story.
Okay.
That's
okay. Yeah.
And I called this. Ask everyone. I called this. I was like, at PlayStation Experience, the conference is gonna end, and they're gonna be like, and one more thing. And that's exactly what happened. Sean Layden came out, chairman of
That's
Sony
like
Interactive
every
Entertainment.
conference.
But I called exactly what he came out. And he's like, and one more thing.
There's one more thing.
And they announced The Last of Us Part 2, and I cried, I jumped, I screamed. It was awesome. I'm so excited for this game, Lucas. I'm so excited for this game.
Wow.
Ellie's back, Joel's back, and there's a lot of theories about this trailer I'm super interested in, because for those of you who don't know, she's just playing a guitar the whole time while Joel walks into this room after she's murdered a bunch of people. And if you really look at the trailer, she's wearing Riley's jacket from Left Behind, and she has this new mark on her neck, which could be another bite mark, and she is clearly shaken, and you never actually see Joel's face, you just see his back and hear his voice. So a lot of people think that all of this is actually in Ellie's head, and the guitar actually she's playing is the same guitar from, they did a live Last of Us reading with the actors and stuff and live music, and that's the same guitar he played on stage. So they think a lot of this, that's the guitar Joel gave to Ellie to teach her guitar. So all of this is happening in her head, and none of it's real. None of it's real, Lucas.
None of it's real.
That's just a theory.
But that's just
A
the theory.
game theory.
Oh no. Now we gotta take this video down. Oh no.
Thanks for watching. I mean, I don't know.
Did anyone play The Last of Us besides me?
I've started playing it actually because we got the
Is that
remastered in the
what Paris
BGN
was
lab.
playing yesterday?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was, and I
I
started
watched
playing
it.
because I've watched a playthrough of the game up until a certain part, and I haven't gotten past that part yet. But the very beginning of the game still hit me.
I've beaten The Last of Us 10 times. The hardest difficulty they patched in is my favorite thing, and it's one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
For a brand new IP, AAA game, the game sold over 7 million units and won over 200 Game of the Year awards. And it was arguably one of the most successful new IPs ever made. So this sequel is a big deal, and it's gonna make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
The Last of Us did better than each Uncharted game up until that point. And those were sequels, and sequels always are supposed to do really well.
The first
right?
one wasn't a sequel.
That's true. The 2 and 3, it did better than 1, 2, and 3, and 4 is hard to tell yet because it's still selling, but it's a big deal, and I'm excited. You gonna play Last of Us Part 2 on your PS4, Robert?
No. And I don't have a PS4.
Honestly, at this point, I feel they said it's very, very early in development, so probably it might be a PlayStation 5 game. No one knows when The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out, but that's super exciting. Are you excited, Lucas?
Sure.
Okay. Well, you all suck.
I love you too, Steve.
Just to clarify, we've moved out of PSX now. Now we're just doing news from the past couple of weeks. You can play your PlayStation 4 controller with Steam natively now.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that?
I'm sort of, I like that.
Yeah, Robert likes the PS4 controller so much he broke the thumbstick on mine. So.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
I'm surprised we didn't even talk about.
You want to talk more PSX?
No. Hideo Kojima.
Pardon?
Hideo Kojima. At the Game Awards.
He was there. I'm not personally like that hyped for Death Stranding, and I don't really like Kojima's other work. He's kind of whatever.
What else do you got, Stephen?
I'm very excited for a game called Yooka-Laylee, which is coming
Yooka-Laylee.
April 11th, 2017 from Playtonic. They kickstarted the game a couple years ago, got super successful, and they've announced all these new platforms, met all their stretch goals, canceled the Wii U version.
Yes.
They said they're talking to Nintendo about Switch, but everyone's talking to Nintendo about Switch, so we don't know anything for sure. And given Nintendo's history of just like not liking third parties, we're just gonna go with probably not. But
Not liking third parties.
not liking third parties. I mean, you're right. The Wii U had like a plethora of third party support, and everyone loved porting their games to that. But you know,
That's not Nintendo. That's the success of the Wii U.
I mean, the success of the Wii U, it's like a vicious thing, circle where like third parties help sell. It didn't sell, so third parties didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. NBA 2K17 and Skyrim were in the Switch trailer, but neither of those are confirmed for the Switch. Like they said, if you read the fine print, they're like, we're not actually bringing NBA to the Switch. They just use the game for the trailer, which is the dumbest thing.
They're showing the possibilities.
But Yooka-Laylee, I'm hyped for. So this is like the team who made Banjo-Kazooie, which is like one of the best third-person like collectathon action platformers ever. It started on the Nintendo 64. And this one's like a chameleon and a bat, and it looks pretty. It's coming to PS4, Xbox One. You gonna get it, Lucas?
Probably.
It's only $40, not full price for like normal game price.
I would get it. Yes.
I'm very excited. I'm gonna get it.
I'm already getting a Hat in Time, which is gonna fill that void, but still.
Was Hat in Time? You've already beat like the early access or Hat in Time.
Well, like that's like only the first world. Really.
Only the first world. How many worlds are there gonna be?
Like 4 with like 3 after release.
Well, Yooka-Laylee is gonna have a bunch more than that, and it's probably gonna come out before. So get hyped. What if Hat in Time comes out like the same week as Yooka-Laylee, and they just like butcher their sales?
I mean, I'm a fan of the
the
dev.
Overwatch Battleborn.
Yeah, Overwatch Battleborn thing. Like Battleborn, probably a good game. No one knows, so no one has any idea.
It's a good MOBA.
Granted, I'm a fan of the dev. So
a couple weeks after Battleborn came out, the lead writer just left the studio, and he doesn't work there anymore.
He tried.
He did, I guess.
I mean, I'd argue that the writing was not important in Battleborn,
but there was a story.
There was.
New patents from Nintendo are for a Nintendo Switch VR head accessory that would let you put the little tablet, big tablet, on your face and look like an idiot.
I feel
just like you did with the Wii U.
Just like you did with the Wii U.
This one actually straps to your face.
I feel like I predicted this.
So basically how it works is like picture like a watch band that just goes around, and then there's like a thing that you slide it into. Does that make sense?
You switch.
So like a card.
Like
Robert.
He jokes, but you're probably right.
That's gonna be the legitimate.
Probably right.
So I don't know. Nintendo's already said they're not interested. They're not looking at VR right now. They're focused on the Switch and their couch co-op multiplayer that's working so well for them. And
I mean, this is.
They're
this
probably
is
gonna
like
find
not,
some way to
see,
get
the
involved
thing
with
is,
VR.
this accessory probably costs less than $50, right? So it's not a big investment for people, and I see this being sort of like a minor thing that, like, this game also supports VR.
like put your Wiimote in a plastic golf club.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be something like that.
Except the problem with the Wiimote and the plastic golf club and this headset is this headset needs content specific for it.
Yeah, but I mean, like phones have the same sort of thing, right?
Yeah, but
hook
it's
a phone
useless without the content.
I know, but like I mean, if
it won't cost a lot.
No, but like to develop, I feel like it's not going to be for a huge Nintendo game if they want to put in like a side mode that's in VR.
I'm gonna pitch something to you. Splatoon 2 comes out, and you can use this and your controller to look around and play Splatoon. You do it?
VR.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Closer to the action.
Yeah, I guess so.
Be in 3D.
So long as the gyro, like I need the gyro controller.
Because that's built in with the headset.
That's the headset. Adds gyro support. It's like the Wii Motion Plus, but for your Switch.
I don't know. Yeah, I probably would. I'm not saying like I would be really excited for that, but I would do it. Yeah.
Tori, would you wear the Switch tablet on your face?
Sure.
You like
I mean, if
PSVR,
it works,
right?
I liked the VR.
PlayStation
so.
VR, you were about
Yeah,
that? So if
I
there's like a
love
new hardcore, mature Nintendo horror game that they ported to the Switch VR, would you play that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's actually the other thing. Now they can port PS VR games to Switch if that's like their plan with this.
I mean, we just need to know if these like little Switch Joy-Cons are motion control, because that's how
Yeah.
Yeah,
PlayStation
I
moves
think they
also.
are. I feel like they're.
No way.
They've
No
got
way.
essentially a Wiimote in them.
There's
Yeah.
no sensor bar in front of the TV. Like
That's
No,
but
that's-
the motion is all in the remote.
No,
The only thing the sensor bar is for is to like for pointing.
But
on
you
the
need
screen.
to be able to pick up that.
Yeah.
There needs to be a camera to pick that up for it to work for PSVR.
like in 3D space. Yeah, I understand.
And so porting PSVR games to a Switch VR headset would need some sort of camera.
I don't know. They also you could put in the settings as far as where the Switch like base is in relation to your TV.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like maybe
Because
it's like a sensor.
And it uses like dolphin echolocation and like pings back.
well, I mean, it's the same as what the Wii did.
They updated the Xbox One S, and it actually makes downloads now 80% faster on Xbox. This boggles my mind. Like, Lucas, can you explain to me how this works?
They downloaded new RAM.
They downloaded RAM, no Xbox, because Xbox now downloads 80% faster. Like, how do you take a console that's been made and just update it so that everything downloads 80% faster? Can you explain this to me? Because I tested it. I downloaded Stardew Valley for Xbox One last night. It took me like 20 seconds for like 800 megabytes.
Streaming. It streamed all the shit to your system.
It didn't do that though.
But you don't know that.
That doesn't
But
make
the cool
any
thing
sense.
about Xbox is because they have the backing of Microsoft, where these other studios don't have this huge infrastructure. It's like they can do things. They have I feel like they have the experience and the technology to do things like add backwards compatibility to a system after it comes out. Like that is crazy. No one else has ever done that before. But they added 360 backwards compatibility to the Xbox One S through like this weird emulation thing, and like your discs work, and like it's so cool. It's so cool. I feel like only Xbox could do that because they have all of this other experience. You know, like no one. Nintendo has no idea how to patch like GameCube support into the Wii U. Like
I'm sure they do. They just don't.
Like, if you're talking more like virtual console, then I don't think so.
I think it's also a power
making
issue.
the discs work again in new console. Because
I'm sure they
the
could.
reason the Wii U had backwards compatibility with Wii was because the hardware was actually in the Wii U to read the discs.
Same way with the Wii, they had the GameCube.
Yeah, but like
in
no
the
one's
system.
ever done it where they patched in disc reading software.
You also have to think that it possibly they were planning ahead, and although the software wasn't there at the start, the hardware was capable of doing something that the average hardware.
I feel like it's not, because like about a year and a half after like this all happened, Xbox switched and Phil Spencer took over, and he was the one who like when he started, one of the initiatives he put forward was backwards compatibility, and before that it wasn't a thing. Like they built it from the ground up for the like it's very interesting.
It's probably because they run on the similar architecture.
But like anyone else who has
x86.
tried that, like PlayStation does it through digital downloads.
Like
of PS2
like
games.
they're like a majority of the PlayStation 3 library is backwards compatible. Is it?
On PS4?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because it runs cell architecture. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stream PS games
Yeah.
to PS Now, but like this is cool.
That's how
they're the same disc.
Yes, you put your Xbox 360 Borderlands copy you bought 8 years ago.
But like, are they both like whatever format the disc is? I don't know. Like like PlayStation has like Blu-ray or whatever, right?
Yeah, no.
No, Xbox One uses Blu-ray.
And then the Xbox 360 did not.
Xbox 360 used DVD.
Yeah, that's.
But like it still works.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, the cool thing about Xbox One using Blu-ray is Sony, the company, actually makes like $4 on every Xbox One sold because they own Blu-ray technology, which is pretty cool. I found it interesting.
And okay, so PS4 like uses the Gaikai or the stream service to
They
play.
bought Gaikai to
PS3
use that
games.
technology to stream games
to
to
PS3
PS4.
games, right?
Yeah, you can pay PS3,
Like-
PS1, PS2 games that just stream to your system with like
You
minor
can't-
latency.
You can't play PS3 games offline on your PS4, right?
No.
Can you play 360 games offline on your
Yeah,
Xbox
you just
One?
put your disc in.
Okay.
And it works.
Okay.
But if you are online, you can actually move your save file from your 360 to your Xbox One S, which is it's in a cloud save. Robert, are you gonna get the Pokemon trading card game Sun and Moon expansion?
Yeah, we're going to pre-release.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Okay. About the pre-release or what?
Yeah, so February 3rd, 2017, the
I know nothing
Pokemon
about the
trading card
cards.
game Sun and Moon expansion will be available. 140 new cards. Sold at Toys R Us, GameStop, and other hobby shops across North America. 140 new cards. 140 new cards.
So then if it comes out February
3rd. Next
February
year.
3rd. Okay, so it's like a week or two before that. It's pre-release.
What? The pre-release will be a few weeks, or 1 or 2 weeks before that. Yeah.
Okay. Fun.
There'll be 40 brand new Pokemon from Sun and Moon.
40.
Along
Along
that's
with
not that many.
Alolan variants of classic
Oh, okay.
Pokemon.
Oh. Okay.
So only 40 of the 100.
Ready to get that Persian, Tori?
Oh.
Chubby Persian.
That
You're not down
Persian-
for Chubby Persian.
I don't even know what to say.
140
I'm
new
so
cards,
sorry.
40 of them are from Alola or are Alolan forms, so the other 100 are pre-existing.
No. It's 40 are Alola, and then the other ones are pre-existing, right?
Yeah, with Alolan forms.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Clarification.
So, okay, because out of 140 cards, 40 new Pokemon isn't that many. Yeah, that's exciting. They're gonna new GX instead of EXs. EXs were too OP, and GXs look like they're balanced
There's
now.
a Lunala and Solgaleo.
Yeah,
GXs.
and they got a GX move, which is basically a Z move, but
Oh, why'd they call it GX?
So when you're playing, so at tournaments now, when you want to play a Lunala, and you want to use its GX move, you have to actually do the dance.
I don't know if you're being
And
serious.
if you don't do, no, I'm not being serious.
Okay.
And if you do the dance wrong, the ref has to come over and is like, nah, it doesn't work.
there is a card that you have to sing a song. That does a legit thing.
Pokemon's interesting.
Isn't there also the card that Paris got where it's like he had to throw the card
Well,
if he
that's
wanted
the same
to?
card.
Oh.
To retreat it, you gotta
Is
throw
there any
it.
card you have to rip up?
Oh.
They did that in Magic.
No?
It was like it dealt like a bunch of damage when you ripped it up and you tossed it on. Like if you toss the card onto an enemy creature, it'll do like a bunch of damage to that creature. So what one person did was rip up his card and then toss the bits into the air and then land on all of his creatures and wiped his entire board. It was something else, and they had to.
The original one we ripped up. It was just like one that gave you a bunch of mana, but you could only play it. Like the idea was you could only play it once. The Black Lotus or whatever.
No, I'm talking about a different card.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But the original one you had to rip up was like some Black Lotus thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what's not magic?
I don't know.
The Nintendo Switch.
Because it's technology.
Because it's technology. And they're going to do a presentation January 12th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's because it's being streamed from Tokyo, so time zones. But we're going to stay up late for that one, and we're going to watch that whole thing, aren't we?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, boy. We're going to stream that, do some reactions. Stay pumped for that. The first public demo of Switch was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was surprised by how long it is. Like, seeing someone hold it for the first time, I was like, oh, this is a lot different than I thought it was from that trailer, right? Like,
What do you mean?
it's so thin and, like, so long, like, this way, not like this way, but, like, it was
It's a
different.
Game Boy Advance.
It makes
Kind of,
sense.
but without all the other stuff around it.
What did you expect it was gonna be like this?
It's weird. You know how, like, you see something in, like, a tailored trailer, and then you see someone real life using it, and you're like, whoa, that's not, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Seeing Jimmy Fallon hold it, and, like, people were hyped. Like, people in the crowd, like, I don't think that was faked. Like, people were hyped for Switch when he pulled that out of the... It was this question block in the middle, right? Because they originally brought Reggie onto the show to talk about Super Mario Run. And then after his Run demo, he pulls off this question block, and there's a Switch just right there. And Fallon picks it up and starts playing Breath of the Wild, and it's like, wow.
He seemed genuinely excited.
Wow. I mean, he seemed genuinely excited, but he had, obviously, like, prepared questions about the Switch. Like, he knew the Switch was there. Like, I'm pretty sure he knew going into that demo the Switch was there because he had, like, a whole list to run down of talking points for the Switch, so... Unless he was, like, a huge Switch fan and just happened to know all these things.
It's
You never know.
Hopes for the best.
It's totally
He
possible.
likes to assume the best in people.
Yeah.
I think this was very planned out. The first public reveal of the Switch was very planned out, so I don't think they left anything to chance.
I don't know.
I don't think they're going to pull up and Fallon's like, oh, what's this you brought? Oh, that's cool, a Switch.
I mean, he seemed genuine. I mean, he's always
Is
overexcited.
this an addition to the Wii? I love playing Wii bowling.
Can I put this down on the ground and use it to putt my golf ball?
Yeah.
Wow! Pokemon Go has
And
added
then
Pichu, Togepi, and select other Gold and Silver Pokemon to Pokemon Go.
The pre-evolutions.
But only in the eggs.
Yeah.
You can
that's
only hatch
kind of a
them.
bummer.
You can't really get them.
Tori, you still playing Pokemon Go?
Sometimes.
Why?
What do you mean? Why am I still
Why?
playing?
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
You still
There's
wanna
no
play?
real reason. Actually, honestly, it's because Brigitte my friend had more Pokemon than me, and I got really competitive. So
Like more in
I was like,
volume or like
gotta
more in the Pokedex?
like more on the Pokedex.
Okay,
So I was
okay.
like, no, that's not happening.
You gotta like catch them all though. So.
I know.
Yeah.
So still Pokemon Go updates coming. Pikachu's wearing a Santa hat now. If you're
Yeah,
playing, so
I
I caught one yesterday. I was really happy about
I know.
that.
I love all these holiday events going on.
Oh, yeah.
In an interview with Glixel, Shigeru Miyamoto explained that
Who?
Shigeru Miyamoto.
There you go.
Shiramo
Oh, jeez.
explained that they were working on something very similar to Minecraft for the N64, and they didn't go through with it.
Oh, I
And they're
heard
kicking
about
themselves.
this.
They're kicking themselves right now.
I heard about
Yeah.
this. I was
Yeah.
like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Why would you announce that way later, like after the fact that Minecraft was made?
Quote,
Like,
I feel like that's something we should have made.
I
End
mean,
quote.
it does seem like a Nintendo type of thing to make.
And then they waited how many years to bring it to a Nintendo
The
platform?
problem was that, like,
Well,
they.
that was not there.
I think in that same article, Miyamoto said that they couldn't turn it into a product. They couldn't figure out how to do that, but
oh,
But someone did, and sold 100 million copies of it.
And now he lives
I mean,
next door to
that's-
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
That's actually.
Actually, he got outbid, didn't he? Or was that a different story?
I don't.
And he's also a douche who trolls SJWs on Twitter, so I mean, we can just like forget about Notch.
He lives on the internet.
Wait. Is there?
Did you just use it? Wait, one more time.
He lives on the internet.
What does that mean?
Like, that's all he is. That's his culture, his internet culture.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead, Robert.
I mean, I think that's the
You
thing.
think
Like,
it meant-
back then, there wasn't really sandbox games.
Just like a
No,
little
not really.
person.
Like,
just living there.
When did Roller Coaster Tycoon come out on the PC? Like 2001, 2002? But like up until that point.
Like there was SimCity. That was. I feel like that's one of the first sort of sandbox games.
The
Sort of,
Sims.
but like the early ones, like Roller Coaster Tycoon. There was objectives when you first. Nobody followed them, but there was like objectives. And SimCity, there's an objective, I think.
1999, Roller Coaster Tycoon came out.
Yeah.
SimCity came out a lot before that, didn't it?
Yeah. SimCity came out on the SNES, NES. Like there was a NES version of or SNES version of SimCity.
There was definitely an SNES version.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean that doesn't matter, but
1989.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like sandboxes didn't go well
I definitely feel like
back in the past.
it wouldn't have worked the same way for a Nintendo 64 game published by Nintendo that cost $69.99 as it would have.
People pirating it is what made it popular.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
And people getting the early builds for $10 made it popular, right? Like, I don't feel like it's something people would have got into.
And Let's Plays.
I want to point something out though, is that doesn't make pirating good. That's many games lose a whole bunch of revenue. This is just an odd case that you hear about pirating helping a game. So
I think the Let's Play community like made
Well,
Minecraft
that's
like
And Nintendo
huge.
hates Let's Players, so
So I can understand
they
why.
like
why
Nintendo's favorite Let's Player is Bill Trin.
Bill Trin.
Okay, this is tripping me out because Bill Trin's the Nintendo guy.
Yes,
The
Trin
PlayStation
is
guy
the-
is Jack Tritton. So did they like split up at
Bill
first?
Trin
And
and-
they pick different sides of their own console war, and they're like,
oh
separated at birth.
no.
There's also a holiday event going on for Overwatch right now, Lucas. You playing?
Oh,
I'm playing
yeah.
it. I love it.
Did you get all your loot boxes?
I got all the ones for this week. Yeah, I got one skin, but the one I want is Roadhog. That's it.
I got the Roadhog.
I want Nutcrackers and Yetta.
I want the-
Rudolph Roadhog.
I want-
Roadhog.
I think I don't know.
Okay.
On the license plate it says ho ho ho.
I know, and on McCree's belt it says GAMF.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I thought it was good ass motherfucker, but
It
it makes more sense. It's grumpy ass motherfucker.
I googled GAMF, and the first thing that came up was Urban Dictionary's definition: gay ass motherfucker.
I
So
don't
does this
think so.
canon
I
McCree
don't
is a gay
think so.
character now?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna go with McCree's gay, so that's where we're going. That's all the news I have for the past couple of weeks. Is there anything I missed? People want to talk about?
What have you been playing on your phone recently?
It's funny you should ask, Lucas. This morning, December 15th, as we're recording this, I actually downloaded Super Mario Run.
Oh
on
my
my
God.
iPhone. You Android peasants.
Oh, okay.
And I've been
An
playing
Android
it.
peasant.
She has an iPhone.
He's a BlackBerry pile of dirt.
Oh, well, he's in a different category altogether.
Yo, you got Mario Run yet?
No.
Do it right now.
Okay, I will. I'm doing
And
it.
it's
I'm
interesting.
doing it.
You can play 3 levels for free before it's
Oh, it's right there.
$13.99 Canadian dollars to
What?
play the
It's
rest
on
of
the home
it.
screen.
Oh.
But there's Toad Rally, which is interesting. You race against
Go
these
back to the
toads for
home
the most
screen.
coins,
Let's
the most
start
tricks. You get the most amount of money. Because I want to talk about some games that came out. It's the end of the holiday season, so not a lot of things are hitting with stores. But one of them was The Last Guardian. Came out last Tuesday. It was first revealed at E3 2009 and was been in development since 2007. So it's almost 10 years. It's funny. Within the span of 2 weeks, Final Fantasy 15 and Last Guardian came out both with 9 to 10 year development cycles.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it's kind of whatever. It came and went, I guess. The Last Guardians, from the makers of Shadow of the Colossus.
Canada.
I get that for the PS2, this whole massive world with this giant scalable creature was technically impressive, but I didn't play it on the PS2. I played it in like 2010 when I got it on PS3, and it was really doesn't hold up, is all I'll say.
Do you have it?
I have it on PS3. Yeah, you want to play it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get Robert to play it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Also came out last week was Werewolves Within, the PSVR game from Ubisoft. I love Werewolves, the card game. And so Werewolves in VR is so much fun.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's Werewolves in VR. All the other characters around the fire are actually the characters on their cards.
Wait, are you
right?
like talking about like the game Werewolf?
Werewolves in
Yeah.
VR. Ubisoft
Oh.
made a game called Werewolves
Shoot.
Within.
Oh, that's so
It's a
Oh.
virtual reality game for PlayStation VR. I think it came to maybe Oculus and Vive. I don't know. Who cares? And it's a lot of fun. I've been watching people play it. I really want to pick it up. This week, Stardew Valley came to PS4 and Xbox One. Interestingly, I don't know why this is. It's $20 on PS4, but only $14.99 on Xbox One. So I've got it on Xbox One. I don't know why that is. Like they came out on PS4 Wednesday. Actually, PS4 Tuesday, and then Xbox One Wednesday. But for some reason, it's cheaper on Xbox. Because they made you wait a day, they took $5 off.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't get it, but Stardew Valley's great. I'm playing it. I'm getting a lot of everything will just freeze, and then it'll just 10 seconds later pick up where I am. That's kind of annoying, but hopefully they figure that out. So one person made this game, 4 years, 10 hours a day. It's awesome. His name's Eric. He's cool. Lucas, that's all the games. And Super Mario Run.
Mm-hmm.
That came out this week. But next week, The Walking Dead Season 3, Telltale. They're doing a 2-part season opener. So, episode 1 and 2 are both going to drop next Tuesday. The Final Frontier. No, The New Frontier? Something Frontier.
Something.
I think The Final Frontier is a Star Trek movie.
That's just something, yeah.
Clementine's back. There's a new character named Javier. Stuff's getting shot. It's running on their new engine.
El Tigre?
Javier El Tigre. There's not a lot of games coming out, but everything's picking up in January, am I right? Got that Resident Evil, got that Gravity Rush 2.
I can't wait
Got
for
that
the
Switch event.
I can't wait for the Switch thing. I'm so excited.
I want to talk about the games we've played in the past week and what we've been playing.
Past games we played in the week.
Yeah, what have you been playing, Lucas?
Slime Rancher and Overwatch. So I've been playing. They
We've already
released.
talked a lot about those, so.
Yeah.
No.
I love Slime Rancher. They
Planet
released.
Coaster.
They released.
Planet Coaster. Sean, talk to us. What's Planet Coaster?
Planet
Why
Coaster.
should people play it?
Planet Coaster is the spiritual successor to Roller Coaster Tycoon, the entire franchise. All of the people that are decent human beings left Roller Coaster Tycoon and made their own game called Planet Coaster.
But Sean,
And
what
it's
about
fantastic.
Roller Coaster Tycoon World?
Roller Coaster Tycoon World is a shell of its former self that was released exactly 24 hours before Planet Coaster, completely unfinished and broken, with the attempt of only gaining enough money from people who weren't aware that Planet Coaster was the game they should have bought.
But
Yes.
Sean, it's in early access, so you can contribute to the development.
Early access is stupid.
Yeah, that's what we got from Sean. Robert, what have you been playing the past week?
Past week would be Off-Road Trading Company and Dota.
We're going to talk about Off-Road Training Company in an upcoming video, aren't
Yeah,
we?
yes, we
Yeah,
are.
we are. Yelena, what have you been playing?
I've been playing The Last of Us Remastered, and I also tried out Origami, which
Ooh.
is
Like origami or like?
the premise behind Origami is that you're playing this vengeful spirit that was like called upon to like help this one chick who's been kidnapped by like an enemy clan. And it's kind of frustrating at times because like if you're not really good with the controls, because I'm kind of new to PC gaming.
Oh, so it's a PC game?
Yeah, it's a PC game.
Have
so
you played the co-op yet?
no, I have
Well,
not.
the co-op is where it shines. You
Oh,
can
really?
because it's all based on shadows. So
Yeah.
so you can use the shadow that your like cooperative teammate casts.
Oh.
Like with their body and light to like
Okay.
cooperatively do stuff, and you can have some really fun.
Okay,
good time.
yeah. But it's just a little bit frustrating because I'm
You
not
can
used to
have
PC
some
controls.
really
And it's a relatively hard game.
Tori, what have you
So-
been playing?
What have you?
Pokemon Moon.
Still cool.
Yeah, so cool.
That's all I got for episode
12, 13,
12.
14. I don't know.
Somewhere in the teens.
early teens. Games are hard. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank Robert for being here. Thank you, Robert.
You're welcome.
I want to thank Lucas for being here. Thank you, Lucas.
No problem.
Thank you for sitting in, Tori. Thank you for joining us, Yana.
Not a problem.
And late edition, Sean. Thank you so much, sir.